Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today we're going to be reading off the Season 3 patch notes from our Rivals, which comes out very soon. I don't know. I don't actually know when the game. I think it drops soon. I think the 5th. Maybe I'm wrong. Or maybe it says July 11th. So maybe it is July 11th. Is the Oh yeah, July 11th is probably the Season 3. Okay, cool. Alright, so these are for the Season 3 patch notes, and let's get it going. So, as we saw in the video earlier, Emma Frost is getting slightly reduced in some damage here. So it says her damage and survivability in diamond form are taking a slight hit. So it reduced her telepathic pulse damage, which is her beam, from 99. So it's at 99 energy from 120 seconds to 110. Oh, I see. Sorry, 99 damage a second from. Oh, I see. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. To 110 from 150 to 2. Okay, got it. Okay. So the overall damage you do is less. So because when you're hitting people, you're charging up that meter, and then that meter when it's fully charged, you do more damage. But now it's less. And then in diamond form, your damage reduction goes from 30% to 25, and then reduce the energy cost of Scion. So her ult from. Okay, so her ult is at least easier to get though. It's 3400 instead of 3700. So pretty not too bad. Not too bad. The Thing gets a new ability. It's essentially it's the one where he jumps and saves the teammates and gives them damage reduction. But now he can jump to an enemy, still gaining damage reduction. But when he jumps to them, he can do the stone haymaker and knocks them down as well. So jumps to enemies in the air as well. Venom. Venom's got a stickier grip. His control after diving is now slightly more terrifying. And then cellular corrosion is the tendrils. It slows you 10% more, so it's from 15 to 25. Human Torch uh, is, let's see here, getting a team up anchor effect, but a little less firepower to balance things out. So I think the team up anchor, so he has a 5% damage boost, but obviously now his basic damage is lowered, so it's from 6 to 5.5, and then the ultimate is from 80 to 75, and the tornadoes do 110 damage a second versus 120 damage a second. Iron Man now is his first, so it says reduce the two first repulsor blast from 40 to 35, so it does 35, 35, and then the combined one from 50 to 45. While in armor overdrive. Okay, never mind. And then his ultimate slightly. That's not slightly, bro. That's a lot longer. That's a 600 point increase from 2800 to 3400. That's a lot. Mr. Fantastic. He just loses 50 health from his inflated state W. Honestly, I would have gone a little bit harder, but like 75. But maybe that's too much. Namor, the projectile speed is okay. The damage goes from 70 to 75, and the speed goes from 120 meters a second to 150 meters a second. So it's 30 meters faster, or it's gonna go 30, 30, 30 meters faster, and it does 75 damage now instead of 70. Increase the Wrath of the Seven Seas projectile from 120 meters a second to 150. That's the supercharged one, so that's just faster too. Wanda's ult just got a little more hextra. Reduce max slow rate during reality erasure. Charge period from 35% to 25% and increase damage from 750 to 850. They really want her ultimate to be good. I know they do. Spider-Man gets a new ability. He does lose. So Spider-Man says loses his team up anchor but gains a new team up ability and a bit more bite. So he does lose. I think he loses the 10% damage boost that he had before, but now his get over here damage does 50 from 50 goes to 55, and then his spider power mid air damage from 50 to 55, and his amazing combo damage from 55 to 60. So he gets his damage back, and he gets a new ability. Punisher, the turret damage goes from 12 to 10, and the spell field damage from 12 to 10. So the turret just does 10 damage now per shot, and the damage around it, and increase the energy of the final judgment from 34 to 3700. Okay, Bucky. The damage fall off goes from 40 meters, or at 40 meters from 60%. So at 40 meters, he would originally lose a 60% damage fall off, but now it's a 70% damage fall off at 40 meters. So it's a little bit of a nerf. Increase Pharaoh Leap Strike duration from 4 seconds to 5, and increase its cooldown from 12 to 15. So it's a longer cooldown, but you have more crazy swipes. So it's pretty good. And then with the new ability, yeah. Um, so it says Invisible Woman increase orb projection healing on launch from 40 to 45 and damage from 20 to 25. Reduce healing on return from 40 to 35 and damage from 20 to 15. So the initial hit, because she always shoots the 2 projectiles, right? So it's doon doon, doon doon. And so once she shoots them and then they come back, so the initial hit is now 45 and 25, and then on the way back is now 35 and 15. So it does a lot more initially, but on the return, less. So it still does the same, but I think it's just the initial hit. Loki, increase the ultimate from 4,000 to 4,300. Okay. Mantis, healing flower new effect heals allies by 2.5 percent. Reduce. Oh, okay, 2.5% a second. Healing flower new effect heals allies by 2.5 per second. Or percent per second, and then reduces the base healing from 20 a second to 12.5 a second. Okay. Um. So her healing grows. Ultimate is more potent, but its frequency is reduced. Got it. Okay. And then let's see here. Increase energy cost of Soul Resurgence from 3,700 to 4,300. That's a pretty big nerf. And then increase bonus max health from 100 to 150. Ultron. The flight goes from 8 seconds to 6, like his super flight, like when he's going faster. And then the self health goes from 75 to 65, and from allies from 55 to 50. So allies is not too much, but his is a 10 health loss, so that's pretty big. New team up abilities. As we see here, Spider-Man and Human Torch. Human Torch gets the 5% damage boost. Spider-Man gets the new ability that allows him to track, as we've seen it before. Wolverine gets lifesteal when he does his dash, and Phoenix gains a 10% damage output. Time for these two to graduate onto bigger and better things. The anchor effect for Spider-Man has been removed, along with the ability. Squirrel Girl joins this team up, which is a very awkward team up, but I guess why not? And she gets her Squirrel Missile, and then these two, the Fire and Storm, has passed on this team up, and boom, it is gone. That was a good team up though. And then Goddess of Death joins in on the shenanigans, symbiote shenanigans, and yeah, that's pretty much it. This team up has been nerfed. Increase the Leader Soul and Nature Soul ability cooldown from 120 to 135. And then was slightly increasing the power on Jeff's end of his team up ability. Maximum Mayhem now with extra bite. Increase the Guardian of the Deep maximum bonus health from 50 to 100, and the max tendril link period from 3 to 5 seconds. Okay. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. And as always, I will catch you guys in the next one.